Hi, I'm now in conversation with Shankar Kumar. He's the head AI at Disprz, and we're here on the sidelines of the AWS AI Conclave in Bengaluru. Hi, Shankar. Thank you so much for being here and for talking to us for this special segment. First up, Shankar, tell me a little bit about Disprz. What does it do?
Yeah. So Disprz is a Series C scale-up. So we are we're sort of generative enterprise skilling and learning platform. So we help employees in their skilling journey.
Right.
So apart from being a learning platform, we take care of the entire journey of an employee from the onboarding stage, where we identify the journey that they have to go on to form their role, identify the skill gaps and the kind of skills that they need to learn.
Yeah.
So we enable that journey.
That's really important because it is a skilling game now. I mean, every wherever you want to go, you do need to keep upskilling. Gone are the generations that you just did one thing and that lasted you the whole life.
Absolutely.
So how is what are some insights that you're getting from people as and when they're using their platform? I'm specifically talking about the skilling part. We'll get to the AI in a bit, but just the skilling angles, what are you learning from your customers?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the trends that we're currently seeing, so I mean, we are on a sort of cusp of an age, so where we're turning from the traditional learning to a new kind of learning experience is much more engaging. So on the one hand, there's attention times are shorter, so your learning also needs to be as engaging as any other kind of content that we consume. And on the other hand, given all the generative AI that's available, there's a lot of call for a new kind of learning content. That's different from traditional learning content, and that's one trend. Another trend would be that people want to get, from the side of people who create the L&Ds, who are creating the learning content, there's a lot of call for more efficiency, getting rid of the boredom. So for example, sitting down and creating a learning journey, thinking about a skill, looking at all the content from all the providers, and then planning for a particular employee, say, or a group of employees, is very tiresome and time consuming. Same thing is when you have to design for assessments. You have to rely on subject matter experts, and that takes time, and they need to sort of think about the content and then prepare learn. So there's a lot of call for bringing a lot of efficiency using the emerging AI technologies.
So now then, tell me about this. How are you using AI to transform corporate learning and development?
So in terms of bringing in efficiency, so there's very basic stuff where you make content more engaging by generating very
so if you want to give us some examples or something like that also be helpful.
Yeah, let's say you have a long video or an article. It helps to have a nice generated summary which captures the main points of what's being spoken about. And from the point of view of the L&D person, let's say you have to automatically create assessments. So we're able to sort of take learning content which is in the form of a long video or a set of PDFs or stuff like that, and then convert that, create very high quality assessments. So not assessments which just test your recall of certain facts. These are assessments which actually test how you're able to understand, how you're able to apply the things that you've learned. So that's one thing that we're able to help them with. That's the assessment generation part. And in terms of the new kind of learning content, one feature that we're very excited about is our content authoring feature, where you take again legacy learning content, or it could be technical manuals and stuff like that, and then use generative AI to break that down into short modules. And then each module, you convert that into a very short, engaging video-like format, where it's very, very similar to an Instagram reel, where you quick moving images and captions. And so there, the script is completely generated by AI. So the AI creates a script with a situation which is engaging, and then the images are generated by AI, the captions, the animations, and everything are done by AI. So it's a completely generated sort of learning content that is created, custom made from any particular legacy material that the client has.
And how are you? How is AI kind of changed Disprz product roadmap?
Yes. So the thing about generative AI is that it's completely revolutionized our roadmap. There's so many things where 2 or 3 years back, these were just sort of ideas. They're 75%, 80% stage. So all of them are a reality now. So things one is, I mentioned, the assessment creation, the content authoring feature. So apart from that, there's this new deep search feature. So let's say you have a huge repository of learning content, and you have a question about a very specific part of say video. Let's say you're a trucking company and you have a long video about the new system or something like that, and you have a very specific question about the braking system. What happens when you do this? So this deep search helps you sort of identify that specific segment of that learning content, and it uses the LLM to also give you an answer based on that.
In your business, as in all so many of these businesses, the scaling up is most important. How can cloud providers play an important part to help businesses, yours and other businesses? What are you seeing happening in specifically on this scalability part? Also of the part that you have to be up all the time. You can't have downtime, and it's not that you're working only 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your site has to be up around the clock, and for people around the globe. Your thoughts?
With generative AI, what has happened is that, I mean, the boundaries between roles are sort of blurring. So we are having to learn about aspects of software engineering that we hadn't known about earlier. So we are having to learn about things like scalability and stuff like that. So what would really help is, which is already happening, is tools which can help people who are new to these aspects of software engineering, who may know about AI or data science, stuff like that. So for us to get to the grips with the software engineering aspects, things like scalability, reliability and stuff like that. So tools which help us in that process, that would be great, which is already happening with all the major providers.
Shankar, last question. What's the future for Disprz? What's on the roadmap? What's the plan for the next 5 years?
So this custom learning content is something that we're excited about. We would like to take it to the next level with like generating videos, stuff like that. Another thing that's on the future roadmap is new kind of learning experience. Let's say a practical learning experience more than theoretical one. Let's say a skill, say something like pitching for a salesperson. So new kinds of learning experience where you use an LLM to sort of coach you and provide custom feedback. A new kind of learning experience, a more interactive kind of learning experience, where you don't just read and then at the end of it you are assessed. In between you sort of stop and interact, and you're made to reflect on the learning material, and the LLM is able to give you feedback. So these are the kind of things that we're working on.
Fantastic, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, Shankar, for talking to us.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity, Sumit.